Namaste friends, Bridge course, Standard 10th, Subject English, Day 34, Competency Statement number 19. To enable the students to comprehend the structure of sentence, to enable the students to identify the types of clauses. Friends, you have been introduced the sentence structure by using subordinate clauses. The difference between subordinate clause and main clause in the Bridge course video day 19th of July 2021. So please refer that video necessarily for revision. We have already studied it. What is a clause? A clause is a group of words that contain subject and predicate. So, an example, Ganesh practices wrestling. Here in this sentence, who practices wrestling? Ganesh. Ganesh is subject of the sentence. What does Ganesh do? Practices wrestling. So, practices wrestling is predicate. So, these are the two important parts in every type of clause. There are two types of clauses, main clause and subordinate clause. Main clause is known as independent clause. It is also known as principal clause. Subordinate clause is known as dependent clause. Let's take an example. I spoke to the teacher who is in charge. Now this is the sentence. Here we have two clauses. Clause number 1, I spoke to the teacher. And there is another clause, who is in charge. Now you see, when we disconnect the first clause from the second one, it stands meaningful. It is independently meaningful, makes sense standing alone. I spoke to the teacher. So it is main clause or independent clause. So I spoke to the teacher. And when we disconnect the second from the first one, it does not make sense standing alone. Means it is not independently meaningful when it is disconnected from the first clause, who is in charge. This clause does not have any meaning. It is not meaningful independently. So this is subordinate clause. When it is connected to the main clause, it becomes meaningful. So this is subordinate clause. So here, who is in charge? This is subordinate clause. Who is in charge? This is subordinate clause. So main clause and subordinate clause, both are important. You have to find, always have to find subordinate clause in a sentence and the kinds of the clauses are based on the function of subordinate clause. Prominently, the subordinate clause functions in a sentence. Its object of the verb plays the role as object of the verb, subject of the verb. So it is known as noun clause. When it tells something about the action of the verb in the main clause, then it is adverb clause. And when it gives more information about the noun or pronoun in the main clause, it is adjective clause. So prominently, on the basis of the function of subordinate clause, we have three main: noun clause, adjective clause, and adverb clause. So let us see some more examples. Let us repeat from the same sentence. I spoke to the teacher who is in charge. So I spoke to the teacher, this is main clause. Who is in charge, this is subordinate clause. So I underline subordinate clause. This clause, see its function. What does it do? What does it do in this sentence? This clause gives more information about the noun teacher in main clause. So this is adjective clause. कशावरून ओळखलं? The function of the subordinate clause. Who is in charge? This is subordinate clause. It functions as an adjective clause because it gives more information about noun teacher in main clause. Main clause मधल्या टीचर या नावाबद्दल हा सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज अधिक माहिती सांगतोय आणि म्हणून ते विशेषणात्मक उपवाक्य किंवा पोटवाक्य ज्याला आपण adjective clause म्हणून संबोधतो इंग्लिश मध्ये. So in this way you have to find first subordinate clause, then know its function in the sentence and then decide what kind of clause is it or it is. So in this way, now number 2, underline subordinate clause and name it. The dog that was spotted chased me across the road. The dog that was spotted chased me across the road. Now this is sandwiched because the subordinate clause is inserted in between the main clause, between the subject and predicate of main clause. The subject of main clause is the dog and predicate of the main clause is chased me across the road, and in between the subordinate clause is inserted. Which is the subordinate clause? See here, be attentive. That was spotted. This is subordinate clause. That was spotted. And what is the main clause? The dog chased me across the road. This is main clause or independent clause or principal clause. Now what is the function of the subordinate clause? It again gives more information about the noun dog in the main clause. So again this is adjective clause. Number 3, I saw the cat when I reached home. Now here, I saw the cat, independently meaningful. So this is main clause. When I reached home, when we disconnect from the main clause, it does not have its own meaning or existence. It is not comprehensive independently. And that's why when I reached home is subordinate clause. So underline the subordinate clause, when I reached home. Now what does it do? When did I see the cat? When did I see the cat? The answer is when I reached home. That means this subordinate clause qualifies the verb saw. So it is adverb clause of time. It indicates time, it is time indicator. So adverb clause of time. It denotes time. It denotes time of the action of the verb. When did I see the cat? I saw the cat when I reached home. So the subordinate clause when I reached home denotes the time of the action of the verb. Main क्लॉज मधल्या क्रियापदाच्या वेळेबद्दल अधिक माहिती सांगतोय सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज. सो दॅट इज व्हाय इट इज ॲडव्हर्ब क्लॉज ऑफ टाइम. And now number 4, they went to the store so they could buy chocolates. They went to the store. This is independently meaningful. This is main clause. When we disconnect the next clause from the main clause, it does not have its own meaning. So they could buy chocolates. It does not have its own meaning when it is disconnected from the main clause. So they could buy chocolates. So it is subordinate clause. So they could buy chocolates. This is subordinate clause. Now, what is the function of this subordinate clause? They went to the store. So they could buy chocolates. So this subordinate clause gives the reason of the verb, action of the verb went, and that's why this is adverb clause of reason. So in this way you must have enough practice of finding the subordinate clause, knowing its function in the sentence, and identifying the type of clause based on the function of the subordinate clause. So this was the learning activity. There are few more examples. Let us see. Number 5, I think that we should always speak the truth. I think. This is main clause or independent clause, that we should always speak the truth. When this is disconnected from the first clause, it does not have its own meaning. So this is subordinate clause. I underline it, that we should always speak truth. This subordinate clause functions as the object of the verb in the main clause. What is the verb? Think. So that we should always speak the truth. This is subordinate clause and it functions as an object of the verb think in main clause. So this is noun clause, object of the verb. You just say here noun clause. It's enough. Noun clause, that we should always speak the truth. Subordinate clause, its kind is noun clause as per its function. Now number 6, the umbrella which is red is mine. Again it is sandwiched. The subordinate clause is inserted in between the subject and predicate of main clause. The main clause is the umbrella is mine. The umbrella is the subject, is mine is predicate, and subordinate clause is which is red. I underline the subordinate clause which is red. Now, what is its function? It gives more information about the noun umbrella. So this is adjective clause. Qualifying the noun umbrella, which is red. This is subordinate clause. It functions as an adjective clause because it gives more information about umbrella. What information does it give? Its color, red, which is red. So this is adjective clause. And now number 7. Our class stops working when the bell rings. So our class stops working. This is main clause or independent clause or principal clause. When does our class stop working? When the bell rings. So subordinate clause, when the bell rings, gives information action or it qualifies the verb stops in main clause. So this is adverb clause of its indicator time. So in this way we can identify, underline subordinate clause and know its type, name the type of the subordinate clause. Now friends, in this topic we have been given one more activity of matching the pair of main clause and subordinate clause using a playway method. But as you know, you are at your homes. I am teaching you from my home, so it is really not possible in this mode. But whenever we will be in the actual classroom after reopening the school, we will definitely enjoy the playway method and will do the extension activity. Right now we have to match the clauses our own. That mode suggested by the in the SCERT PDF is not possible through videos, but in the actual classroom we will do it. We will definitely do it. So this activity was supposed to be conducted in a playway method in the classroom by dividing the class into two groups, but it is really not possible as you are at your home, and that's why I am giving you the answers. You must have thought about it through SCERT PDF. Number 1, from A column, these are the courageous boys. The matched subordinate clause is who help the accident victims. So the complete sentence becomes meaningful. These are the courageous boys who help the accident victims. Number 2, Raj did not come because he was not feeling well. And number 3, the car driver did not know where the bus stop was. In this way, it was supposed to be matched. Now, at the end of this activity, write my takeaway, what you have learned in this activity. Revise it properly. Remember, you are not learning for the first time. You have already learned to know the subordinate clauses, to underline the subordinate clauses and its function. So this was just a revision. So do it properly. Thank you.